No, that's not how we're starting it. We need to, episode 8 what? Episode 8?
College football
is great.
Is horrible.
Money was lost.
Hope was lost.
Hope is not lost.
No, hope is not lost.
Hope is not lost either.
Hope's lost.
Hope is not lost.
Hope is lost.
Are we?
Oh, damn.
We just gonna hop in? Can we just
I think the
hop
last
in,
one.
man?
Lost a lot of money this week. Welcome to Lowdown Sports, the installment of episode 8.
Hail State.
This is Matt Linden.
Jackson Stone.
Oh, I'm Chase Roberts.
I'm Will Campbell.
That's Matt Linden.
We had a good week of college football. Some of us did.
It was a great week. It was a great week.
Damn.
It was a great week. I thought it was an enjoyable week.
Damn. I got sensitive thighs.
That was a very enjoyable week.
It's a good week. Let's start off with the pick'ems. Right now, the total after this week is Jackson Stone's in lead with 30 and 15. Chase is in second at 28 and 17.
On the podium.
I'm in third, right behind Chase at 27 and 18. And Will's in last, 25 and 19.
He's coming back.
Don't doubt the lanky mofo. Will made some ground up this week, and Chase took a step back, and Jackson
continuing
to make good picks. If you see me moving around, my back's acting up. It's get a little fierce right now. So it's week 3. If you watched the last episode, we picked Tennessee and Florida as the game day for us. And I picked Florida, and the rest of the fellas picked Tennessee because they're respectfully Tennessee fans. We'll talk about the Florida-Tennessee game later on.
Can't wait.
Then another game that we picked was Colorado and Colorado State. Didn't think it would be that much of a barn burner, but it was.
I want to talk about that game too,
yes.
for reasons as well.
And then we all picked Colorado, go Prime.
Neon Dion.
And then we also picked South Carolina and Georgia. And me and Chase picked the Gamecocks, and I thought they were going to pull it through, but Georgia is a slow killer.
They made him sweat, though.
And Jackson and Will picked Georgia. San Diego State versus OSU, which is Oregon State. And Stone, and Will picked Oregon State, and Chase picked San Diego State. And then obviously LSU, Mississippi State. I picked LSU. And so did Chase and Jackson, and Will pick State. Washington versus Michigan State. Washington was a landslide win. Mm-hmm. And then we got Kansas State versus Mizzou. Mizzou won on a game-winning field goal.
How far was it? 61?
61 yards. And Will picked Mizzou. The rest of us picked K-State. Syracuse versus Purdue.
Orange.
Will's the only one to pick Purdue. Q's won. Navy versus Memphis. Another good game that we had earlier in the week. And Memphis won. None of us picked Memphis. Louisville versus Indiana.
Baby, you're going to have to start picking up more weight, brother.
And Louisville versus Indiana. I was the only one to pick Indiana. The rest picked the Cards, and Louisville won. With that being said, we're going to our week 4 pick'ems to start off this episode. And game 1 is FSU versus Clemson.
Let me get ready to type. Hold on.
Give me the
Come on now, talk to them, boys.
FSU being a top 4 right now. If the playoff started, they would be in it. Clemson with a rough start with that Duke loss. It is, I believe, at Clemson.
Death Valley, the real one.
I think. Okay, calm down. I think it's gonna be a great game, but I'm gonna make a safe pick here and go with FSU. What about you two?
Go Tigers.
Oh.
I'm going Clemson. I think Florida State's a fraud, and that's bold for me to say right now, but I think they're a fraud. Boston College should have won that game if it wasn't for a face mask, but it is. It happens. It happens.
I hope Clemson wins, but I have to make a safe pick here.
That's not a safe pick.
He's making a financial decision.
He's trying to see what he's gonna bet.
And
It's like, what's the spread?
I'd rather pick the spread. I'm better with picking the spread.
This is no money involved.
3, 2, 1, go.
Clemson.
There we go.
Clemson.
There we go.
All right. Game 2 is another.
No, I don't know about this one.
This one's another barn burner. This is Nike versus Prime.
Hunter's out.
Oregon versus Colorado. What brand's gonna win? Prime Time or Nike?
It's duck season.
I like ducks.
Let's go Buffs. Let's go Buffs.
Go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs.
Go Buffs.
Go Buffs.
I'm riding until they lose. I will ride the Buffs until they lose. You heard it here first.
I've got some cushion in
until
my
they
picks.
lose.
We're going to go Buffs.
I'm gonna go with primetime as well. Oh, where's the game at?
It's at Oregon.
Oh, he's going Ducks. He's
Hey.
going
Oh, gosh.
Ducks. And another good one.
Oh gosh.
We'll talk about those games later on. But another good one is Ole Miss versus Alabama.
It's at Ole Miss, isn't it?
I believe
Or-
so. You can double check us.
You're not gonna like this pick for me, but I'm going the Rebs. Just because
It's at Alabama.
I'm going Rebs just because Bama needs to figure out their quarterback situation.
Can't trust a team without one quarterback.
Exactly. Now Jalen Milroe's got the ball again. We'll see.
Is he the starter again?
Mm-hmm.
Todd Buckner didn't work out. I don't watch
Or Simpson.
I'm rocking.
They benched Buckner in the first half and went to Simpson in the second half.
They looked bad. I heard. I didn't get to watch the game. I'm gonna go Bama. I believe Nick Saban get these boys up and ready.
Yeah, I got to go Bama.
I feel like
Change your
can't.
choice
I
the
can't.
last second.
I think
I can't root for Ole
Kiffin
Miss.
has like a thing for losing to Nick, and so that's just the trend's gonna continue. Another trend that's continued is the Florida trend. Shout out Napier. He just saved his job, by the way.
Which is sad to say.
Saved his job.
Well, who we got?
3, 2, 1, go.
Bama.
Chase.
I hate Alabama. I hate
Toddy,
Crimson
Boston
Red.
Toddy. Ole Miss.
All right.
Now this one is the next game is UCLA versus.
No, Ohio State.
Oh, excuse me. Ohio State versus the Catholics, Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish. I don't think Ohio State looks good whatsoever, so I'm gonna go with the Nuns, the Fighting Irish. It's at Notre Dame. It's at South Bend.
I'm going Ohio State.
Oh. Ohio. God, y'all suck. I'm going Ohio State. Y'all freaking suck.
I'm not doing
Yeah,
that.
that's
channel.
crazy. That's crazy.
3, 2, 1, go.
State.
So you are gonna finish the Ohio, even though you're picking Ohio State? Crazy.
Hey, I'm over there listening to their band playing shit.
So UCLA versus Utah is the next one. Got ahead of myself there, but now we're on UCLA and Utah. I don't know if Chip Kelly's the truth right now. Is Cam Rising back?
I think he should be. I'm assuming he should be. I have not looked into that. They're still undefeated. That's all that matters.
Oh, this is a hard game to pick.
I'm picking Utah. You already know. Go ahead. Write me down for Utah. Oh, there we go. There we go. Potential season debut.
After suffering an ACL injury.
He's gonna be back. He's gonna be back. Watch. Go with the Utes. If you want some advice, go with the
He's
Utes.
damn near 30 years old.
Give me the
So is
Utes.
everyone else's quarterback in this league, dog.
Give me the Utes.
There we go.
I'm taking the Utes as
Let's
well.
go. And Matt picked UCLA because you like to go against the grain.
I just remember them beating the piss out of LSU.
Yeah, they did. I'm going to go Bruins. Bruins. Dante Moore's starting. I think they're going to be good. Now, Iowa versus Penn State.
Give me
Penn
Iowa.
State. Oh.
Hot take. I'm going Penn State. I'm going with the Nittanies.
I'm going with Penn State as well.
Yeah, give me Penn State.
There we go. Out of way. Where's from
M. Chase.
M. Chase, man.
Next game is LSU versus Arkansas.
KJ Jefferson just hadn't hit his stride, so I'm not riding with them. I'm riding with the Tigers in this one.
I'm right with the Tigers. You know it.
I wonder why.
Off-brand Death Valley. I'll get them.
Off brand.
3, 2, 1.
Go Tigers.
So
Go Tigers. We got a 4 for right there.
I think that's
That's a clean sweep right there.
And then Oklahoma versus Cincinnati. This is Cincinnati's debut into the Big 12 play.
Oklahoma.
It's at Cincinnati.
I'm going Oklahoma
I'm
too.
going Oklahoma.
Going Boomer.
Give me the Boomers.
I just don't see Cincinnati.
I think they just got beat this past weekend. But I think it was by, I want to say Miami, like Miami, Ohio. It was either Miami, Ohio, or Ohio University. I forget which one.
Either would
The
be
same thing.
detrimental losses. Who you going with? 3, 2, 1.
Cincinnati.
Oklahoma.
There you
Oklahoma.
go.
I said it before we even started.
He did say.
Oh, you did.
Line.
Oregon State versus Wazoo.
Give
State.
me DJ Ukulele. Give me Oregon State.
I'm right there with you.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Beavs.
They got some sweet uniforms.
Yeah.
The Beaver's such a cool mascot.
Shout out Dockery.
Give me Wazoo.
Lance.
Get you the who?
Wazoo.
That's kinda
R.I.P.
out of the
dude.
wazoo.
R.I.P.
Their offense is good.
Will, I want you to take your time on this one.
Give me Washington.
Auburn versus A&M. This is going to be actually probably a good game.
Jimbo is a fraud. I just want y'all to know it. He's a fraud. He needs to be fired. Give me the freaking Auburn War Eagle, Tigers,
I'd be
whatever their
careful.
mascot is.
I'd be careful how you say.
Matt, shut up.
We're
I'd
doing
be
it for
careful.
Johnny Football.
Because
You going to A&M?
Give me A&M.
give me A&M too. I'm giving because y'all play them next week. And
We play South Carolina next week.
You don't play A&M next?
It's A&M after.
And there's a bye week in there somewhere, isn't there?
I hope so. They need one.
It's South Carolina by A&M, Auburn, Kentucky.
Right there.
Rough
We need-
stretch,
Around
rough
there,
stretch.
we need to find a quarterback. Let's see who has some eligibility left.
Boys,
He's
if we
not
want to
the problem.
if this wants to be the transition,
We can transition.
We can transition.
Go straight
that.
into it.
So, if y'all don't know, we're talking about the Tennessee Florida game.
Fires me up. My biscuits are burnt.
What's crazy is I'm the complete opposite. I'm so optimistic right now.
Okay.
I'm so optimistic.
So we're ready to approach the weekend.
Yeah, but if y'all want, I want y'all's take first, and then I'll give you mine.
What are you doing, bro?
Matt, you can go ahead and share what you think.
Oh, I mean, Tennessee just was like god awful after the first quarter. It's like they didn't want to play. Joe Milton is so trash. I knew he was trash. Get that man off the field.
It's crazy. You should have seen some of the throws he was making second half when they actually let him throw the ball.
Yeah,
It's like you're watching a completely different game.
yeah, but here's the thing. Who wants, when you're pissing, do you want to piss, urine, or do you want to piss blood? Or do you always want to piss urine? You don't want to have both. So he's pissing blood when he's throwing picks. He's pissing urine when he's throwing good balls. He's so inconsistent. He's like J.R. Smith behind the three-point line. You want a consistent quarterback. You want the quarterback that goes 31 and 34, Jaden Daniels. Not the quarterback that throws a pick because he doesn't know just to take the sack.
So that was his first pick since 2020.
Because he sat the bench.
He started before Hendon Hooker did, and then he got hurt.
benched.
He got hurt.
He got benched because he got hurt, and then Hendon Hooker show started. And,
Yeah.
All I've seen on Twitter is I want Hendon back. Well, he's gone.
I think we put the llama lover in for a second or two.
It's good that y'all
I think he'll get some PT.
And we need some better play calling.
That's what I'm saying. Wherever you're turning to.
These
Say,
screens and shit are killing me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3rd and 15, we're throwing a wide receiver screen.
Mm-hmm. This isn't NCAA.
Really, basically,
Run the halfback
Saturday
slip
night,
screen if we're playing
all he
video
showed me
games.
was Josh Heupel. All he can do is call go routes. That's all he can do.
All right.
I just don't think. And plus, y'all's defense just let Trevor Teen run all over you all night.
Well, if I was related to Travis, that'd be pretty
And Graham
good, too.
Hurts, what was it? When he rolled out, he pump faked and he pointed at the guy. That white boy cold.
That was kind of disrespectful.
150 yards passing. If you want to say that's cold.
He won. He did the right thing.
He did win.
He played a good.
He did win.
He was a better quarterback. The better quarterback won the game. He was a smarter quarterback.
I think Joe Milton actually had a higher QBR though.
But he wasn't the better quarterback.
He didn't win. I know that.
But tell me who the better quarterback was, Chase.
I'm not saying Mertz.
Tell me who the better quarterback was. Who was the smarter one? Who took the riskier plays? Who made his offense look like he knew his offense better? Graham Mertz did. He looked more comfortable in the pocket.
Yeah.
Joe Milton hasn't looked comfortable all year.
Yeah.
He's looked god awful.
Now-
I hate to dog your quarterback like that, but you might as well put Llama in.
Let me cook real quick.
Let him
me
get
cook.
some action.
Let him cook.
So, we're going to start off by saying this. I'm not saying this makes a huge difference, but I think it does. Having 2 starting linemen out,
Okay.
a starting center who the backup, is costing us penalties, hurts a lot. Hurts a
The
lot.
first step is taking accountability.
Accountability.
Yeah.
Joe Milton's horrible.
Second,
Thank you.
Gerald Mincy, he was smoking that ganja. Got suspended. You hate to see it. I think it was
Personal
worth
problem.
the suspension. You kind of have to. You can't let the guy play. That hurts us. On defense, Danico Slaughter was also suspended for unknown reasons. They didn't announce that. DB, that hurts us. I'll say that. Like I said, 3 or 4 people don't make a loss.
They didn't even throw the ball that much.
Yeah.
It's the inside guys that can't stop them.
Exactly.
Their front seven
if we want to get into that, we had another starting lineman or a linebacker out, so that hurts us as well. You had I think a freshman playing linebacker starting. That hurts. Now, this is why I'm optimistic, and this is taking this with a grain of salt. And this is bold to say, but that second half of football that we played, minus like 1 or 2 things, best half of football we've had the whole season. I'll say that. Best half. We lost the game, but we looked so good, and I think this is the turning point. Everyone's got a turning point this season. This is going to show us if we make or break. That's my piece. I think the play calling should definitely change. The way we played that second half compared to the first half, I want to see that play calling.
You can't run the same play 30 times in a game.
It's so predictable.
They didn't have a counter to them covering up the middle of the field.
Yeah. Run up the middle, screen.
Run up screens, and then go routes on the outside.
Was all I saw.
Like and I'll say this, I don't want to take any credit away from Florida. They played better. They were coached better. The team just looked better than we did, but we still have a whole season ahead of us. It's just 1 loss. We got a tough stretch. We have a really tough stretch, but season's not over. I'm very optimistic. We'll see.
That Alabama-Tennessee game is going to be the shit bowl.
It's going to be it's going to be a mid-off. It will be a mid-off unless something clicks. Yeah.
I know what the click is. It's called bench 1 and put 1 in.
That game was not on Milton, though.
Bench 1, grab 2.
That game was not on Milton, and you're not going to want to throw a freshman in.
Yeah, do it. I would. Throw it in there. Have to. Milton's not the answer. He never was the answer in Michigan. He's not the answer in Tennessee.
He still threw for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns.
You know,
a loss.
Drop a gear past another guy.
I'm telling you, listen, you're the only one that doesn't agree with the Tennessee faithful that man needs to get gone.
I just don't think he's good.
The Tennessee faithful is a bunch of...
He has a rocket of an arm, but he has no clue where it's going.
If we want to
I can't blame that one on the receivers this time.
Look, some people need to dabble in shot put for the Olympics.
He needs to get gone. I'm telling you, you need to put Lamba in. You need to put somebody in. I don't care who you're putting. At least give another man a shot. He's proven in his first 3 games that this offense has not been consistent under him.
Is he calling the plays? He's not calling the plays.
He's the leader of the offense. He's the quarterback. He's the head of the helm.
He can still make reads and.
Well, when you're doing runs up the middles and bubble screens, that's not.
Here's my thing. If Hendon play like this, y'all would be like, we need something. We need to change something. Something's not working, right?
You're comparing a completely.
I'm just saying, if Hendon was doing this, you'd be like, we need to change something. Something needs to be changed, right?
Yeah.
Something needs to be changed. There's no consistency. Under Hendon, y'all were consistent because he was a leader.
I think
Joe Milton's not a leader. That's why he left Michigan.
I think that's a completely outrageous take.
I'm just telling you, they need to change something.
I'm going to convince Eddie to start walking on his toes.
Tennessee needs to change something. It's not the coach. It's not the play calling. It's the player.
Players. I'm talking about offensive line.
Oh, I mean,
The dude was getting pressured every play.
He just doesn't look experienced in the pocket.
What are you supposed to do when you're getting sacked the whole game?
As athletic as he is,
he's not as athletic as Hendon Hooker, though.
Use them feet. He doesn't do nothing. He just collapses.
We'll see.
It's like when the pocket collapses. There's no thought to take off and go.
It's accept defeat.
It's just like he's like, oh crap,
time to go down.
Yeah, he just accepts defeat, or he just chucks it and pick.
And I'll say that about the pick.
He doesn't.
He should have taken the sack.
If I was a fan, and I'm telling you, if I was a fan, and there was no consistency through 3 weeks of my offense, I would want something to change.
Here's the deal, and I'll leave this off as this. From Twitter sources, Twitter's not always the proper source.
I would never go to Twitter for a complete source unless it's...
I will say that I think everyone is still behind Milton in the team. If you were to take Milton and start Nico, that could create some division in the locker room like it did South Carolina.
Well, I mean, you might as well...
That's a whole nother problem.
You might as well... Heupel doesn't have problems doing that, so he lost y'all a chance at a playoff because of that, so you might as well.
Playoff... I mean, I'm not saying it happens, but if we go 11-1...
My point is, if you're worried about problems, last year Heupel had no problem causing a problem amongst the team. You might as well do it. You might as well cause a problem and chalk it up because Milton's not going to be there next year. You got this young kid named Llama. How you ever supposed to pronounce his last name? Nico.
You got a young llama in the back.
Give
Young
him a shot. Give him a shot. He's probably gonna be the a breath of fresh air for that team. There's not consistent.
If there's any time to put him in, it would
It'd
be
be
this week.
It would be this week. Why would?
Maybe not again. Maybe
'Cause
not.
what-
What,
But look
So
what
what happened? So tell me this. UTSA is a bottom tier FCS. They're not FBS. They're FCS. Just like Austin
No, they're
P.
FBS now.
Oh, what division?
I think they're Sunbelt.
Sunbelt. Okay, so
They're
a bottom.
Conference USA. I
Yeah,
think.
they're a bottom FBS conference team. They're probably new to this year. If you put in Milton and y'all struggle to UTSA, then you give Nico a chance, and that offense looks like it's running and gunning. Everything you said is what I'm correct in my saying is that it's him. He is not the guy for y'all. I mean, pull up UTSA schedule right now.
Yeah, this is the thing. Is it's all what ifs. Now here's the deal.
I'm telling you the problem. It's Milton.
I
Pull up the schedule.
want y'all to go when you have the time. Go back and watch that because I rewatched it. I was in the same.
So who do they play this year?
I was in the same boat.
They lost to Army. If y'all struggle with the team that lost to Army,
It's
Milton.
here's the deal. If we struggle, then yeah, it's
Yeah,
Milton.
because y'all struggled to
But-
Austin P. Now, is the center dog water? Yes, it's dog water, but as a quarterback, you should know your center's dog water and be like, you know what?
Well, this is
I probably
first-
got 5 seconds less than I do with Cooper, so I need to make my decision quick and then take off if there's no one open.
Mhm.
There's just no urgency in the pocket. He doesn't feel there's no comfort around him in the pocket.
Well, there's specific reason for that.
And then Brew just looks like a
But also, if you're struggling in there, I feel like the natural thing would be to roll out.
he don't roll out.
he doesn't make adjustments.
Yeah.
He collapses.
Now, like I will say,
I'm
like,
saying he collapses. He ain't the guy.
I
for
was
y'all.
I was like y'all right after the game. This is why I'm having the change of mindset.
You
though.
change the mind.
I went back and watched a second. I watched the whole second half from the start of it to the end, and I will tell you that second half was, like I said before, a completely different game.
I mean, I would say it's a good second half too if y'all scored more than 7. So
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
chalk it up as a win.
I mean, everything was. I would say everything was clicking, minus a few things. Defense still was, Granted, we held him to 3 points, but
Mhm.
iffy.
but it is
I will not say it's on Milton until he gives me a full set reason on why it's him. If we get when Cooper Mays and Gerald Mincy come back and he still freaking sucks, then boom, put Nico in. But
I also think he just has a hard time throwing the ball. There's just no.
I will say I think he throws it too hard. He doesn't know how to let off the gas.
There's no accuracy with him.
But
There's no.
and the thing is he still made some NFL type throws.
Yeah, I mean,
Everything that's downfield.
Will can make some NFL
Yeah.
type throws every now and then.
Everything that's downfield is perfect. The little
Every college quarterback
digs
can
and whatever that
Yeah,
you
it's
have to hit him.
like I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Josh Heupel's offense is only go routes. That's all it is. It's spread it to numbers and run go routes. And if the go route's not open, we throw a hitch or we roll out.
If it works, it works. But
And then the thing is, if all you can throw is a go route as a quarterback, are you really even a quarterback?
well, like I said,
You're basically just.
we haven't seen much of.
He's just a
anything
warm
else
body
but-
back there at that point.
We haven't seen much of anything but screens. So
I don't know. There's probably a reason why.
yeah, we'll
Because
see.
it's easier to be accurate side to side than.
But yeah, like I said, I'm not jumping ship just quite yet.
I would jump.
Hmm.
I would jump. If I was y'all, I'd be chanting Llama all day and all night, screaming for his name.
I've been screaming "Skill Bus" for 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's on a Colorado ship.
I do want to talk about something else, and this has nothing related to Tennessee or Florida game. One quarterback that I've fallen in love with, and I think is a hot take here, the best team in college football right now. They look the most consistent.
Quinn.
Now I was gonna say Washington and Michael Penix.
Oh.
That team is good.
I
That
never
team
had
is
to
I
watch.
was,
really
I'm
good.
with you. Quinn.
like
and
Quinn,
that
Texas is good too. They struggled this past week though. I will say I think it was a slow week for everybody though.
Yeah.
But
It was
the
a very
one,
weird week of college football.
Yeah.
Georgia barely escaped. Besides LSU,
South
Everybody
Carolina's
else
not a bad
looked
team
iffy.
either. They're not horrible.
they just
They're inconsistent.
Spencer Rattler is like
They're just an inconsistent team. That's
Yeah.
their issue.
you never know what you're gonna get with Rattler. It's either Heisman looking quarterback or he looks like Joe Milton throwing the ball. So I don't know.
This guy.
This
man.
guy, dude.
Can't
This
believe
guy.
someone's lying, man.
But yeah, let's go to the top 25 though, because I do want to point that out as well.
Okay.
If you got that pulled out.
There's some SEC bias.
What are you saying?
There's only out of the five SEC teams that are out of the
There's
six.
one SEC team in the top 10.
Yeah. Well, out of the six out of 4 of the 6 SEC teams, one of them have a 1 loss. And the thing is, if a Big 12 school had a 1 loss, it'd be booted so quick.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 that has a 1 loss.
No, Tennessee,
And Florida.
Alabama, LSU. That's 4.
Oh, you're talking about the. Oh.
Yeah,
You're talking
I'm talking about the SEC in the top 25.
Oh,
Ole
yeah.
Miss and Georgia are the only ones that are undefeated.
Does Duke really deserve to be 18?
They haven't lost and they beat.
They're not
They're
horrible.
not terrible.
The Duke North Carolina game's stacking up since they're 3-0 and they're top 25 now.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a good game.
I think, and this is going to be a hot take because we just lose to them. I think we should have dropped down to 25 and Missouri should have made it, in my opinion, over us or Florida.
They got 72 votes.
They were close.
They're close to making it.
But yeah, Washington, dude, I'm telling you, they're the most consistent team
We're
that
gonna find out.
I've seen play. That looks.
What's Washington's schedule?
We're gonna find out what
They beat Michigan State. Granted, Michigan State's a barn burner right
They
now.
just fired their coach to an official.
Not State, Washington Huskies.
Oh,
Excuse me.
sorry. They're on the Washington train. Washington
but-
State.
If also Pac-12 is looking like the best conference right now too, which is mind blown to say.
At the post, buddy.
No,
Nope.
not the Commanders.
Just put Huskies.
Washington Huskies.
There you go.
Put the Huskies.
Not the Redskins.
But yeah.
I mean, Tulsa, Boise, and Michigan.
But they're doing what they have to.
Yeah, I mean they're winning. It's all that matters. They're
And-
winning. We'll find out when they start playing some
When they
of the
start playing the
ranked.
Pac-12,
Start playing the more ranked opponents in
Yeah.
the Pac-12. We'll find out how they are.
I'm riding with them right now.
I think that
They play Arizona, then Arizona State.
Yeah.
No, 3 weeks apart.
Oh, I thought it was going
You
back
see,
to
no,
back.
it goes September, October 14th to October 25th. This goes left to right.
Who are you thinking?
I'm thinking Washington's good. I think they'll just have a hard time with.
No, I'm saying like, who do you think? Or what do you mean by the bias? though? Like dive deeper. Into the bias.
I know there's SEC bias in college
100%,
football.
100%.
I just think let's just say Iowa, right? Iowa's 2-0. They're 11th. Just for a hypothetical standpoint, they're 11th in the country. They lose to a
Iowa State.
the Iowa State, who's just been bad,
Mhm.
right? And they got a new coach, hypothetically speaking, and they beat them and they control the game like they were. Basically, just reverse the roles of the Florida Tennessee game and put Iowa losing to Iowa State unranked. They'd be out of the top 25.
So you're saying we're out of the top 25?
If there wasn't SEC bias, yeah. Same with LSU at losing to Florida State. I just was telling you, there's SEC bias. I thought LSU would go to 18-19 losing to Florida State the way they did. They got to 14. There's SEC bias there.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's
And it's crazy. Notice how all the top 25, you go through the last 3 weeks of the top 25, Ohio State that struggled, but they've won, have been
Number
moved
6.
back, but Alabama struggles and they move forward.
Yeah.
Well, Alabama moved back.
Alabama's around the
Alabama moved back 2-3 spots, but still,
same. They're
like,
still in the mix.
they're still in the mix. It's just like there's bias there in Florida.
I think they're taking the loss to Texas as a good loss though.
Yeah, and I think the reason Florida got it over Missouri is because they beat a ranked SEC opponent, not a Kansas State that lost everybody.
Well, Kansas State was still ranked.
They're 15, yeah. But now we're talking about.
But Missouri was also undefeated.
Yeah, I agree.
And beat a ranked team.
But there's this SEC bias.
Yeah.
There's
Missouri's an SEC team though that.
Yeah. So if I was Tennessee, I think they'd be out of the top 25 with ease. Would they be out of it by like a far distance? No, they'd be like 26th, 27th. But like, I'm not saying Tennessee should be out of top 25. I'm just saying there is bias there.
Yeah.
And I'm an SEC fan. Because say Duke works their way up to 11 and they lose to like Boston College. Imagine if Boston College beat Florida State, how far Florida State drops.
I don't think they would
They would drop out of the top 10 for sure.
Oh yeah.
They'd probably be 15.
I think it'd be an LSU situation that they don't drop that far.
They'd probably drop farther. Unranked. You beat a ranked team. LSU lost to a ranked team. That's you have to think about like that. You lost to
yeah.
And the thing is, Boston College doesn't have like a. They don't have the blue blood in them, like other teams do. Like you lost to Texas and Alabama. Texas is known for their football over historic reasons, and then same with Alabama. Florida State.
You're saying was it Doug Flutie? Didn't Doug Flutie go to Boston College?
Yeah, but he was
didn't Doug.
He was known for, and Matt Ryan went to Boston College too, and then Luke Kuechly went to Boston College. Just naming some alumni.
So no football blue bloods there.
But like I'm talking about as a program, they're not like a historic winning program. Unless you could tell me the national championships off the top of your head.
No, I'm not a Boston College. I couldn't tell you. I'm not some.
For
Just
Tennessee,
kidding, I'm guessing.
Tennessee has historic football program blood. LSU does. Ole Miss does not. I mean, like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, there is SEC bias, and I just don't want to ignore that.
No, 100%. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think it's
Because think about it, LSU's 12, and they're 2-1.
But-
and then there's teams like Ole Miss, Oklahoma, North Carolina, Duke, Colorado, Miami, Washington State, UCLA, Iowa. They're 3-0, and they're way below LSU. Yeah.
and yeah. I mean, it's gonna happen. I hate to say it.
Yeah, I mean it's bound to happen.
Yeah,
and there's no way you can stop it. Because I guarantee all the people in the community that make the top 25, majority of them went to SEC colleges.
Alabama looking that bad against South Florida.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was
bad.
Head coach is Tennessee's former OC. FYI, I think we miss him a lot. Just throwing that in there.
He probably had a game plan for him.
Oh, definitely. And playing against him last year, yeah.
He had a game plan for him.
I just love that running back come to the middle and running that dude.
Oh,
over.
just absolutely laying him out, dude.
Laying him out.
Oh, laying the freaking wood. That was awesome.
Do y'all have a top 4 kind of predicted for the first college football playoff?
No, I have no idea.
You don't? No.
I generally think this might be the weirdest college football season of all time.
I think the SEC. I know the West is wide open. I think the East is.
I think the East is wide open as well.
I think it's Georgia's to lose at this point.
Yeah.
Georgia's to lose.
I see.
I don't know who's gonna beat Georgia.
There's
the way the teams have been playing. Georgia's is like an anaconda squeezing.
I mean,
That's
heck,
what I'm saying.
dude. I don't even know. Like
they're slow killers, man.
this was such. I was thinking about this the next day because I was like, I'm such an optimistic fan.
I mean, look at this freaking schedule.
It's easy.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, that Auburn might sneak up on them.
I think Ole Miss will give him a run too.
I think Ole Miss will
They
give them
are
a run.
playing Florida and the Swamp.
Florida. No, well,
No,
it's not.
it's a neutral
it's
site.
It's at Jacksonville. It's always a neutral site.
Now, I want because I'm actually
Don't sleep on Georgia Tech.
dude. You never know, Ramblin' Wreck, dude.
They gave Ole Miss a little hard time in the first quarter, but
Yeah. How would this? I'm actually curious about because I was thinking about this.
Mhm.
Let's say, hypothetically speaking, Florida wins out the rest of the year. They don't lose another game. Georgia loses to us.
at Florida because they went out. So
Huh?
would that'd be 2 losses for Georgia?
Okay, yeah, okay. Let me run that back. Okay,
You gotta realize what you're saying there.
yeah. Actually, I don't even know if that would work.
So Georgia wins
three-way-
out but
a
loses to Georgia.
A 3-way tie.
So
Florida.
Florida beats y'all. Georgia beats Florida. Y'all beat Georgia.
Mhm.
So y'all just in a circle.
How would that work? Who gets first place?
So
Team goes to a mascot brutal fight.
it would go
Get the
at that
big
point.
fight with all
It
the
would go
mascots.
to. Well, how many SEC teams have you lost to? Just one.
Well, so far, yeah, we've only played one.
But you went out.
I'm just saying if we were all to win out,
So all of y'all would
But
have.
we
one
all
loss.
beat each other.
You'd all have the SEC loss.
we all beat each other.
Probably go. It'd probably just go back to.
So Tennessee would beat Georgia, and then Florida would beat Georgia.
Yeah.
No,
No.
Georgia.
Oh
would
yeah,
beat
so
Florida.
they would have.
Georgia beat Florida. Georgia beat y'all, but y'all beat Georgia.
Yeah.
Like Florida beat y'all, but y'all beat Georgia.
So everyone's got one loss, but it's the 3. And this is hypothetical because hell, Kentucky might win out. South Carolina
It goes to a point spread.
doesn't.
Yeah, it goes to a point spread. So right now, if that happens, hypothetically speaking, Florida has, what was the score? 29-16?
I don't even remember. That game never
So
happened in my
4
mind.
plus 9 is 13. So, I mean, they have a 13 point.
29-16.
Yeah, they have a 13 point, almost 2 touchdown spread on y'all right now. Depending on, now if if y'all beat Georgia by 12, and Georgia beat Florida by 7.
It's a crap show.
It technically would just go to Florida because
Be in shambles.
Florida beats y'all, but y'all beat Georgia, and they have the higher point spread.
This is just crazy.
So it would go to
It's
Florida.
a mind. Isn't it mind? It's a mind.
But it's not gonna happen. Florida's
No,
gonna
it's
get.
not. It's not gonna. I think Florida loses more. I think they played their best game
I
of
should have
football.
put my money on them to win at least 5 games now because they're gonna definitely win 5 games.
Is this Florida's schedule right here?
No, Florida plays like Vandy next. I think they'll beat Vandy. Vandy just looks.
I think there's 2 games I'm marking for Florida.
We can round up the Turkey Bowl team. We can go see if we can get a run in at Vandy.
We'd probably have a good
Florida and Kentucky is going to be a hot one just because there's been a lot of hate between
y'all
those
gotta
two teams.
Y'all gotta beat.
No, I know. That was all hypothetical because we got Kentucky's going to be
You have to win
in
out.
Kentucky.
Yeah, you have to win out, and Georgia has to.
We got to beat Bama. We got to beat Georgia. It's all hypothetical.
It's all hypotheticals.
But like I
All
said,
on theory.
You gotta beat Mizzou.
Mizzou's a scary
It's at
team.
me at work. I'd be like, man, this should work in theory.
Hey, you guys! All right. The game we
is that
just wanted
so
to talk
good?
about is Colorado State versus Colorado. The Rams versus the Buffaloes. Prime time versus the nobody coach. It was a crazy game. I didn't think it'd be a barn burner like it was going into double overtime.
I didn't think it'd go into overtime.
I didn't watch the game. That's how much I didn't think the game would have freaking mattered.
I watched it and stayed up till 2:30.
I watched the highlights, and the
We're just gonna
highlights
say
were
this.
intense.
Money was lost Saturday. There was a lot out there. Went kind of downhill fast.
You
You got a problem.
can you tell us how much money was lost?
Yeah. You give it a number?
Did you at least break even or no?
Did you gain? Was there
No,
positive?
I broke back even, yes.
You sure?
You
I'm
sure?
100%.
You just said
So-
money was lost.
So
yeah.
No, if money's not made, it's lost.
But what if you just didn't make any money or
So
don't
you-
lose money? You just
Let's say
even?
you put 25 in, you won 50 over like a weekend before, and then you lost at 25.
Should we
so
put
you're
your
back at
DraftKings up on the
25.
board and see how much money you lost?
You're back to normal. You know.
Okay.
Let me
let's
see your
see.
bank statements.
What's your social
I have-
security?
I haven't put any money in since I did the deposit. So I put $10 in, and then since I got invited, they gave me 25.
Mhm.
And then so I haven't put any money in there since. But I had on Saturday probably $75 out there.
Okay. And then how much did you lose / retain?
Well, I betted 25 on Tennessee game.
And that's 25
Bold
lost.
play. You should have done that.
Very bold play.
That's 20. That's negative 25.
And then the rest was just like spread bets.
And how many did you win?
How much does your account say right now?
Right now,
Fact check me.
fact check you. The rest is out on baseball right now.
Oh, gotcha.
So you're 0.
So I had my phone did.
You planned that shit.
All right.
Look,
But why I shook your hand?
Why?
That's why I shook your hand. Tennessee knows you
Feels
started
weird.
a
Y'all do
trend.
that? I'll do that, please.
We started a trend last year of storming the fields, and now everybody and their mother thinks they can storm fields. You beat a team that you're supposed to beat by 20 points in a double overtime win. You don't freaking storm the field. I'm dying on that hill. I love Neon Dion. I love the Buffs. You don't storm that field because.
But have you ever been part of a team fan base that went 1-11?
Didn't they storm the field last week too against Nebraska?
Let them be happy.
You don't storm the field
Let them
twice
be
back to
happy.
back.
Let them be happy. Let them be happy. They haven't been happy. They won 1-11 last year, dude. You know how many times you have to.
They're about to be 3-2.
You have to think about it. A diehard Buffaloes fan got up 12 Saturdays, watched 11 of them lose, but was happy to be there for the one.
I would have been ecstatic for that one.
That for them, that was their Alabama Tennessee.
who'd they play? The Little Giants?
He's right.
You know what I'm saying? That was their Alabama Tennessee. That was their national championship.
Well, what if they beat South Carolina? Yeah, now I'm getting mixed up.
Southern Cal.
Southern Cal.
They go on. They do it
they,
again.
Do they storm the field again?
They keep storming.
Yeah, if they're in the SEC, they'd be losing home games. You know, crazy. But to get off my rant.
What game did they win last year?
Northern
They-
Colorado?
Northern Colorado.
Northern Colorado, yeah.
No, that was 21. That's September 3rd, 21. We're talking about 2022.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Go
Oh
back.
shit! I'm fucking with my holes.
Go back.
Keep
going. They almost beat Washington last year. No, that's 2020. That's 21. Keep going back down. Go back down.
They beat Arizona.
They beat Arizona.
You're going
No.
the wrong way. Here we go. Oh.
Here we go. 22. Who did
Cal.
they beat? They beat
Cal.
Cal. Last year, they woke up. A fan woke up and they watched this Utah game 63-21. They woke up. They watched the Washington game 54-7. They woke up, watched the USC game 55-17. You gotta let them be happy. Let them storm the field.
So there could possibly be like 3 or 4 storm fields this year. Is
I
what you're
would.
saying.
I would send hell on earth.
They might storm if they lose.
Yeah.
No, I love Colorado though. I can't
1-11.
hate. I can't hate. I can't hate.
Not
Dude,
gonna lie, I just
almost
like storming
every
the
team
field.
scored 40 points
Huh?
on them.
I just like storming the
I
field.
like-
If I was there,
Oh, if I was at the game, I'd be storming the field too. Don't get me wrong.
After we ball.
Don't get me wrong. I would be storming the crap. I'd be stealing the grass, everything.
you see me riding the post.
I'd be stealing Dion's shades, off his head.
I'm about to go buy some. No
I
cap.
put that somebody's pad.
Play my theme
Take
music.
someone's helmet.
Give me your helmet. Gone.
Play my thing.
But let's talk about Colorado State. How they put up a fight and how well
They
did.
sent a message early on, knocking Travis Hunter out too.
Yeah, they meant business.
They meant business. They came to play.
He's out for 3
Play.
weeks.
Because of a liver laceration. If I've said that right.
That's about. I would.
Close enough is hard.
Laceration. He something with his liver is tore up for 3 weeks. But let's talk about Brandon Fowler Nicoloso. He played really well. Had 3 picks, 3 tuds.
I think it's Nicolosi.
Nicolosi. One play I saw that was kind of crazy was that wide receiver throw to the tight end right on the money.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I watched the highlights on Wheels. Shout out Wheels.
Dude, shout out Wheels.
Shout out
Dude,
Wheels.
Wheels is
That's
great.
crazy.
Torrey Horton, the guy that threw it, had 16 catches for 133 yards. They had that white boy, Dallin Holker.
I think it's maybe Dalen.
Dalen Holker.
I don't know.
I don't know. Dalen Holker
Dalen Dolan.
put on for the big chubby white boys. He was moving and
Talking
grooving.
about tight end.
Tight end,
Oh,
yeah.
dude, with the big brace.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was moving and
That
grooving.
was that catch.
He's
the
a dog.
concentration on that,
Yes,
insane.
he's a dog.
Insane.
Um,
Certified dog.
he's a dog.
Certified dog.
Certified.
Shout out, Holker. Don't know how to pronounce your first name. Dalen Dolan. Sorry if we butcher it.
I'm not talking about the doo-doo team. Let's talk about the real
How's
team.
our boy Smoke doing? I ain't heard about him in a while.
Smoke.
Smoke show, dude.
Smoke show.
He's
Shout
been
out
tearing it up.
He's been tearing up.
He's actually fifth in the
regardless.
Heisman voting.
Regardless.
He is.
Shadur Sanders
He's fifth in Heisman.
had a day himself. 38 for 47, 348 yards, 4 tuds and a pick. Played amazing. They don't like to run the ball that often, and the more I watch him, the more he's not as elusive as I thought he was.
He just stays in the pocket.
And I think maybe, like he said, the only difference between FCS and FBS is that the D linemen get off the ball quicker. And when he was playing at an HBCU last year, he was able to be or seem like more elusive. Or now, those D linemen are more athletic, so he's not as elusive as we thought.
Coming out the pocket.
So
he's still slinging that.
Oh,
hoe.
he can throw the. He has a beautiful release. It looks good out there.
I mean, when you're taught by the best, the
Yeah.
GOAT,
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
They also
He's probably already better than Tom Brady.
They also shared the ball really well in their offense among the wide receivers. I mean, they throw it to about it. Everybody gets at least 10 looks.
Yeah.
So
Do you think Patriots sell season to get Shadur then?
we don't know if he's
Not a
going to
bad
leave.
idea.
That's a terrible idea.
I think the guy who stepped up the biggest was Michael Harrison.
Michael Harrison.
Got the 2-point conversion to tie the game, and then caught the game-winning
Mhm.
touchdown.
He's a dog. I can say.
Big dude
Certified-
too. He's a
Certified
big dude.
dog.
Yeah. And Shiloh Sanders, stunting like his daddy.
Getting some love. Let's
Stunting
go,
like his
dude.
daddy
Come
with
on.
with a pick 6. And he also caused a fumble.
Mhm.
It wasn't in the video. It didn't look like a big hit. It still wasn't a big hit, but
He still caused it.
He
Don't matter.
hit him hard enough where the ball released on Holker. Poor Holker. Still a dog.
Javon Mitchell with 13 tackles.
The dude was going dummy. Dude,
Golly gracious.
and but it was a good game.
Great game.
I was surprised that it went down like that to the wire. I thought with all the talent, all the Louis Vuitton that he brought luggage wise, they would smoke them, but they didn't.
They lost their, they lost their Duffy.
They did. They did.
Duffel bag.
They did lose their duffel bag.
But you know what? When you lose something, you pick it back up in another bag.
Yeah, in 2 weeks. So they'll gain them back that some way somehow. Mm-hmm. That was a good game. Another good game this week. I feel like it's in here. Let me find it. That I didn't get to watch it either. I didn't get to watch a lot of games because of my job.
Job sounds like it sucks.
It's fun.
He's serving a 3-year stint at the jail. He just splits his time up.
This wasn't a great game, but I would like to talk about it just because
I want to talk about it too.
Just because the controversy amongst the legendary Alabama, 17-3 to South Florida. I think South Florida didn't win a game last year. I don't think they won a game. They are relying on their running backs a lot, as you can tell.
Old-fashioned Alabama football.
Roydale Williams and Jace McClellan. Those guys are basically the team as of right now. The receiving core is not a bad receiving core. They actually have some dogs. They just don't have the guy to throw to his dogs.
Well,
Said dogs have not been fed.
Yeah, and it's just
two
quarterbacks.
The dogs are hungry.
My thing is, why did they to at least win the game not put in Milrow?
They completed 10 passes.
I think they probably thought they were going to win the game no matter what. I don't think they thought it was going to.
You think more was like a testing week?
Oh, definitely.
Like they would only bring in Milrow if they were down in like the third quarter.
Yeah, so. I think. Well, definitely. I think this is just to see who steps up, and I think they realize that they've got their best option with Milrow.
Oh, I thought so from the get go. I like Milrow.
I wasn't expecting Buckner to play as bad. I'll be honest.
I mean, no quarterback showed out for this game. I mean,
I saw Simpson had negative 12 rushing yards. I don't know how many times he got sacked, but
yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting year in the SEC play, just because how Alabama's weak. We don't know the question mark about Georgia. They're a question mark. They're a slow killer, but they're a question mark.
Also, when does Lad McConkey get back? Do you know?
I have no clue. That's gonna help him.
When he gets back, they might just be.
But yeah, it's weird seeing that Alabama only total yards 310 versus a team like this, passing yards 107 and rushing yards 203. They didn't really beat this team. They had 5 less yards penalty wise. They lost a fumble. No picks were thrown.
8 punts.
They had less time of possession. They had 8 punts. They were 5 for 15 on third down. And they only had 2 more first downs in South Florida. That just looks bad. Just awful. I can't wait to play Alabama. I can't wait for LSU to play Alabama.
Is it in Tuscaloosa? It is in Tuscaloosa.
It's in Tuscaloosa. I can't wait. I think it.
Hey, you never know with their 12th man out there. You never know how it's gonna look. The zebras out there might.
I think.
Flag.
LSU doesn't really have
hold.
that problem with them. LSU's never really had that problem. With the refs, but I mean,
the West is. I'm telling you,
the West is wide open.
The only team that looks. There are 2 teams that look good. Maybe possibly 3 if you want to throw an Auburn there.
Bro, is that a Shiesty jersey?
Yeah, it's a
Shiesty jersey.
Joe Burrow.
But
someone need to take some of his money back so he can start playing better.
Yeah. He needs to take that contract.
He's better when he was poor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ole Miss and LSU, man.
Ole Miss and
LSU. 2
LSU.
front runners for the West.
Yeah, I mean,
throw Auburn in the mix too. I'm telling you, dude, the SEC is down this year. This is
You was hating on me.
Hold on,
Who's hating on you?
Y'all keep talking.
Unranked and undefeated. Kentucky, Mizzou, Auburn.
Here's the SEC standings.
Arkansas is just pitiful.
They lost to BYU, right?
You know who caught the game-winning touchdown?
Who?
My boy Chase Roberts.
Oh, well.
Shout out Chase Roberts.
As of right now, there's only been 1 team in the West, 2 teams in the West that have played an SEC team so far, and that was LSU, Mississippi State. So right now, LSU's at the top just because by default. Georgia and Florida are 1 and 2, and
1-0 conference.
Yeah, 1-0 conference. And Tennessee and South Carolina at the bottom just because of their own 1 versus. Obviously, that's going to shake up as the season goes on. The West is wide open.
West is wide open, dude.
I don't think there is a. I don't think Auburn's going to win the West first year. I don't think Arkansas is going to win the West with Sam Pittman. I think it's really between Mississippi, Alabama, and LSU.
I dog on Jimbo, but what if Jimbo comes out firing?
That's a problem for y'all because if he comes out firing, he's going to probably come out firing and Neyland too.
You never know. You never know with this dang season.
Now, the East is more
Hectic
because it's Georgia's to lose. They're in the driver's seat. If Tennessee would have won, I would say Tennessee's kind of in the driving seat right now because it's going to rely on the Georgia game. But now that loss blindsided Tennessee's vision. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit more blurrier than it was before. It's not as clear. I just think Tennessee just needs to make up ground by beating the hell out of everybody. Now, can they beat the hell out of everybody? Who knows? I think the big games are going to be South Carolina, obviously Kentucky, and Georgia.
Then you grab that man Sham the show, and start walking around.
And then that
what you do with Sham.
Who does Tennessee play this week? They play UTSA?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all lose that game, but I don't think they will. I don't think they. I really don't. I don't think they will.
I'm confident, boys. I'm so confident in the team right now, and this is. I wish y'all had as much optimism as I did.
I'm starting to pick it up.
Being a Tennessee fan and a Dallas Cowboys fan, optimism doesn't run.
Okay.
They call it BVS.
Big money visions.
Broken ball syndrome.
Okay, look at this. One point in my life, it was very tragic.
Which week?
Okay. I'm talking about my sports fans.
Got you.
I was a Braves fan, Falcons fan, and a Vols fan.
Ooh.
And they sucked
That's a
for
rough 17 years of your life.
At least you're not Chargers Padres. That's a rough scene. That's a rough scene.
Well, the Braves are friggin'. They're the New York Yankees right now.
Right now they're playing horrible.
Yeah, it don't matter. They'll pick it back up.
I think
they got people out of the minor leagues playing right now.
Clinched.
Yeah, they're not really trying. But they got smacked around against the Marlins and Philly, didn't they recently?
But they also had 3 guys out of the dang rookie ball
series.
playing.
So, the Padres are basically done unless a miracle happens. Unless they win out. They have to win out. They legit have to win every game. And right now they're on a 4
every game by a lot.
Yeah, they're on a 4-game winning streak. But
be great for the brand.
Would be huge. Let's just go over this Tennessee schedule just to give a clear vision for people. UTSA, that's a win. South Carolina, that's
every
a loss.
SEC game's a toss-up to me.
Yeah.
That's a loss?
That's a loss.
Okay.
I think that Tennessee fans are going to be too emotional about what happened last year. And I think South Carolina might ruin the season.
But they also are pretty tragic against Georgia.
What's up?
You got something right there.
You got an LSU jersey on talking about Tennessee fans.
Well, we're not classless. We're a classy fan base.
A classy fan
Hey,
base.
We are.
How are we?
Y'all throw trash.
We throw trash and we stand up for our players.
Throw
dog.
trash. Throw golf balls at innocent bystanders.
Dude, if you
Innocent
go to
bystanders
LSU,
crazy.
they start growling at you.
That's Georgia.
They-
I've never growled at anybody in my life.
Dude, I went there when they played Ole Miss, and they started yelling Tiger Bait at people.
That's true. That's true. Now, I just lost my
I'm
train
pumped,
of...
dude. I'm pumped.
I think it's 3 straight wins right here. Dogfight. Win.
I hope y'all
win,
can beat Kentucky,
Loss.
Connecticut.
Win.
I'm
A
very.
lot of home games.
I'm so pumped up, boys.
4,
I'm so.
5, 6 home games.
I think
That's 6 wins.
they're-
Right? Yeah.
Georgia's
That's how you classify it as
That's
a win.
that's a hard one to win.
This is another reason why I'm so optimistic.
Here's a toss. Y'all can lose the South Carolina game, A&M game, Bama game, Mizzou game.
I'm telling
Georgia
you,
game.
they're all toss-ups. SEC games are all
I
toss-ups.
think y'all beat Vandy significantly.
I sure hope so.
I think y'all do.
But they always play us well. That's the thing.
I hope y'all beat.
Minus last year, they always play us well.
I hope y'all beat Connecticut significantly too.
Yeah, Huskies.
Yeah.
Not
Also, let's talk
massively.
about how classless Tennessee is as a program. Why are we targeting the quarterback at the end of the game? The game's over with.
Why do people fight with pads on? The
Why
guy's
does-
got a helmet. You ain't gonna knock
Look,
him
the
out.
guy that hit the guy, he's out for the first half or
Hey,
something.
shout out to the dude who got arrested.
What was it, Haddon? Haddon was trying to fight the
He
guy
was
with the
stepping
helmet
up
on.
for our team, dog. He was stepping up for our team.
He was fighting a
He didn't get suspended because he was stepping up being defensive, bro.
He got get suspended for a game, right?
No, Haddon didn't.
Who's the guy that got suspended for the first half? There's a guy.
He's a D lineman.
Yes, there's a guy.
Yeah.
He has
There's a lot of guys on that team.
Number 21.
Yeah.
Y'all should know his name. Y'all are fans.
Like Amari.
Spates? No, that's not.
Amari
No,
Stoudemire.
it's like.
Amari Cooper?
No.
They even listed his mom as like the teacher of the week,
Yeah.
and he did that.
I can't. Yeah. I see his name. I just can't say.
We're not gonna shout the dude who hopped the
Hashtag
fence and ran across the field.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
trying to get the mojo.
Dude, that dude was hilarious.
Yeah, he just.
He was trying to get the mojo back for the balls.
That was a Vols fan.
Yeah.
I was at work, so I had the.
Yeah,
the
he was
volume
he was a
off.
Vols fan.
Actually, at work, I can't say who was watching, but like, all the people, you know,
You're ratting yourself out.
that
I would stop while you're ahead.
all the people that I was working around was watching the game with me.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Say it that way. All the people I was working around was watching the game with me.
I'm excited.
But yeah,
But
that's
the top,
love
I
football.
love football. The top four, though, like I said, I don't know. It's toss up. I genuinely don't think there's going to be an SEC team in the top four. Like you said, it's Georgia's to lose.
It is Georgia's
It's
to
Georgia's
lose.
to lose.
It's Georgia's to lose.
I could see a not SEC Final Four.
That's fine.
It'd be great.
Or
We would have
LSU and them dogs went out.
Wouldn't it be such a flip of a script if LSU started losing games?
Yeah, it would.
They're definitely losing to Ole Miss.
You think so?
I think that the Revs are.
Aren't you going there to hang out with old Ballsack?
I might be. I might not go. Depending if I want to go or not. Depends how this Arkansas game goes. I don't know. I think LSU handles Arkansas decently well. I don't think Sam Pittman and KJ Jefferson was is doing it this year. It is at home. I'm not worried about Ole Miss. I'm just not.
What team are you worried about then?
You know who I'm worried about.
Bama?
Bama.
You worry about Army.
Army.
No,
I'd say
I'm not worried about Army.
Georgia State.
Hey,
You might be. You should be worried for Georgia State. if
That's
anybody-
that's a tenant. They have a thing against orange teams, not purple.
Florida's gonna get you.
I don't know. That LSU.
Dude, oh my lord! I didn't realize y'all play Florida
That's
too.
we play them every year.
Yeah, the Bayou was it the Bayou Battle or whatever? There's something
yeah,
called
we
the
play
Swamp Battle.
We play them every year.
Yeah.
We play them. We play Alabama every year. And then
Auburn?
we play Mizzou too.
Them SEC East teams might be showing out.
We haven't
They might be showing
we
out.
haven't played Mizzou. We have a pretty difficult schedule.
Wish we had Georgia schedule.
I mean, it's not too difficult, but it's nonetheless you can look at it you're like, ugh.
Kentucky's schedule doesn't seem that hard either.
It's
Kentucky's just Kentucky. dude.
Kentucky's trash.
Hey, you never know. Kentucky might blow us out of the water in Lexington. So, you never know. It'll be interesting.
What are the upsets this week?
Upsets this week.
What do you think? Who's gonna get upset?
I wouldn't call it an upset, but I think Notre Dame upsets OSU.
Yeah, I mean that's an upset.
I wouldn't say it's a huge upset though.
It's not. It's 9 versus 6, but still it's an upset. I think Cincinnati might shock the world.
I don't know.
So change your name. Pick Cincinnati.
Yeah, pick Cincinnati.
No, I'm not changing it.
Colorado and Oregon. I don't know. As much as I love Dion and the Buffs, man, they really. We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited for that game. I think Clemson's gonna be upset. I'm riding high for Dabo.
Oh, did you pick Clemson?
I did pick Clemson.
Let's go to that game. We'll see if there's a spread on that one.
Play my theme music.
You know what that song is?
Boom.
It's halftime by the Yin Yang Twins.
No. Okay.
So Clemson at
Get this guy out of here.
the Clemson Tigers. Let's see, Florida State versus Clemson. Here we go. Right now, the matchup predictors 57 Florida State, 42 Tigers. There's not a spread on here quite yet. 2-1, 3-0, 0-1 conference, 1-0 conference.
I'm gonna
Boys.
set the spread at -6.5 Florida State.
Jordan Travis, 53 for 84 for 729 and 8
Is he
touchdowns
banged up?
and a pick.
He got a little.
He got a little banged up.
Yeah, Johnny Wilson, 11 receptions for 209. That's pretty good.
He had a couple big drops.
He drops the ball like it's no problem. That's
Yeah.
when I was at the LSU Florida State game. They said his biggest issue is that he drops the big balls, but like the
Hey yo.
he drops the ball. He drops the football when he's wide open, and he catches the ball when he's not. When he catches the ball when he's not wide open. That was his issue. That he's inconsistent.
Sounds like Nelson Aguilar.
He catches the good balls but drops the bad balls. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yo.
Come get
Just
the
trying to
meat.
narrate.
Yeah, and then you got Will Shipley.
How long has he been there? Holy crap.
2 years, 3 years.
It's like he was playing with Deshaun Watson.
Will Shipley is probably the best running back on the field in this game, and Jordan Travis is the best quarterback on the field. So I don't know. And the defense is Clemson's defense is just, let's go to total yards. Their offense is Clemson's offense is moving.
Mhm.
Their defense is moving too.
They're moving.
Looks like they're a better team on paper, according to. But I don't know how if this team stats are this year
Well, I
or
mean, look who they played.
the last 5 games. I think it's going off the last 5 games. You
Yeah,
think?
Charleston's on FAU and Duke.
Yeah, so they're probably going after the last 3 games, but I mean, 31-29.
And they had every chance to win that game. Oh, on bandana night. Oh, I wanted it so bad. That's what she said.
And then let's see how the offenses rank. If I go down here, I believe I can see the offensive rank.
You're giving me a headache. Slow down.
My bad.
Slow down.
Oh, here goes statistics. Nope, doesn't show it.
Well,
But
we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
it's maybe it does. Let's see. I guess it. Oh, there it goes. They score 48 points a game. Their total points. I mean, I don't know. I think Clemson has breakout potential. I just don't know if they can beat Florida State.
I think they can. I think they can.
Oh, also, can we talk about how not Jimbo, Harbaugh comes back this week?
He does. Oh.
Free Harbaugh. He's back. He coaches against Rutgers this
Free
week.
him until it's free Harborough until it's Harborough free.
Till it's backwards. What it is. Say he's free until it's backwards.
Free Harborough until it's Harborough free.
Remember when I guess I'm done.
Are you trying to click on Michigan? We'll see if we can just click
Michigan?
on it. Nah,
You can't.
What are we saying?
I think it's I think Michigan's gonna be in the top 4 because I think here's the thing. I truly think that Florida State won't make it. They're gonna lose to somebody. I think Texas might lose to Oklahoma. I think Michigan beats Ohio State. I think Penn State wins the Big Ten. Call me crazy. I think I watched Penn State. They look pretty decent. They look good. They look together. I think the Pac-12 beats each other up to the point where they're unrecognizable.
What's Penn State? Aren't they linebacker you or something like that?
Pedo you.
Shower you.
Shower you.
Pedophilia. Sandusky.
Honestly, I could see that with the Pac-12 though. Everyone beating everybody.
Shoot. They all have like 2 losses, and then, I could see Penn State. I can see
Georgia until they lose.
Georgia till they lose. I can see Texas
if they lose.
I can see Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's probably gonna win out. I wish I was smoking.
That's not a bad Final Four.
I think I'm being
That's
for
not
real.
bad.
I mean, Sam Hartman. He's over here doing this. You saw that?
Pause.
Did I not see that?
He goes.
I saw it.
I missed out on that memo.
Yeah,
I don't know
he
what
has a
that's
future in coaching, by the way.
about. I wouldn't doubt
What
it.
about USC?
USC's getting.
They're gonna shoot each other all the foot.
USC's defense is too bad
Too bad to even play. I mean, they might win the Heisman.
USC's thing is they're gonna score more points than the other team.
Yeah.
That's how you win a game, obviously, but their defense is too rough.
Notre Dame.
And Notre Dame hasn't played anybody yet, but they look darn good.
Duke upsets Notre Dame would be insane.
I watched Rudy
Is
the
that
other
Duke?
day.
It is at Duke.
Mm.
You said you watched Rudy?
Yeah.
That's a fake movie.
It's a fake movie.
Rudy's it's as real as Blindside.
I know, but
And
he
the
still gets.
longest yard.
Is it actually fake?
There's a lot of fabricated stuff.
I thought there's a guy that did walk off.
Yeah.
He got to play.
Yeah.
Obviously, he probably wasn't the star.
Everything. This is all with a grain of salt.
But still, I could have ran through a wall after I watched that movie.
I could have ran.
You
through
can run through one right
I could
now.
have ran through a
That
wall
was good
watching
ran
Chicken
through.
Little, dude. That movie got me hyped up when I was little.
Get tumble down them stairs. You go right through that drywall.
What's a sports movie that gets you riled up?
Chicken
Remember
Little.
the Titans.
Remember the Titans? It's a good one.
Chicken Little.
Face
I did
it-
not come here to lose. I came here to win. Because I'm a winner. That's what he says. And he says Pyru a lot.
Facing the Giants gets me amped up. The Rookie gets me amped up.
Bench warmers keep me going.
The longest yard.
Longest yard.
Longest
Gets
Dude,
me
the
yards.
bench warmer gets me going when he gives a speech about bullying.
If
Water
you build
boy?
it, if they build it, they'll
Water
come.
boy.
anti-bullying.
You know what's
No,
on
and Bob Boucher came back with the bird ball.
What's it called? What's that baseball movie that's we went to?
Field Dreams.
Field Dreams.
It's on Netflix now.
Great.
Yeah, FYI.
Does that get you amped up? One movie that gets me
Yeah.
amped up
Build it,
is.
they will come.
Have y'all seen Glory Road?
Glory what?
Glory Road.
Never heard of it.
It's about the first starting five all African American basketball team beating Kentucky in the national championship. That gets me amped up.
That's good.
The
Shout out to our
I
brothers.
think that it was El Paso, UTEP, but they were a different name at the time. But it was a great movie.
Let's hop on this Notre Dame schedule. See if they can make it through.
What is it? Movie 44?
42.
42.
No, the one.
Oh, movie 44. Oh yeah, it had like a scene, like a spoof of that movie in there.
The Glory Road.
Yeah.
Did it really?
He's
Well,
like,
yeah, we'll play it.
he's
when
like,
we
he's
die.
like, he's like, I think what coach is saying is that if we work together. He's like, no, I'm saying you're black and they're white.
That's getting cut out.
That's it. That's not how they get cut out. It's part of the movie. It's legit in
It
the
really
movie.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't cancel me for something a movie
And now you
made.
have to put that clip in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go over Notre Dame's schedule. Ohio State, Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame wins.
Great 6-9 matchup right
What do you
there.
think? Duke, Notre Dame. Do you think that's a dub, nah, or win, lose?
I think until
W.
until Duke loses, I'm right Duke.
Duke.
Screw it.
Duke has a pretty fairly easy schedule, but here's the sneaky ones.
I think Louisville's a sneaky one.
Ohio State,
With the sneaky
USC,
link.
Clemson, and I guess you could say Louisville.
The
I
trees.
The trees. You know what's crazy? That the reason Notre Dame has been independent is to keep the rivalries.
Of USC, yeah.
Yeah, they have,
I know USC and Notre Dame's a big one.
they have a rivalry. Stanford and Notre Dame have a rivalry. Michigan State and Notre Dame have a rivalry. They just don't play as much anymore. Because technically they're part of the ACC. Technically,
Technically.
they're still technically independent, but they're not in any standings, are they? Unless they've joined. Yeah, see, they're
No.
independent.
That was a good game.
Look at the new Big 12. How many people are in there? That's a lot of teams.
Who would have thought?
Wait till the season starts getting going, because Texas might not make it out unscathed.
BYU and Chase Roberts might be.
Because they still got to play.
Chase Roberts is a dog.
Chase Roberts is a dog.
They still got to play Oklahoma State. They still got to play Oklahoma.
UCF might be a sneaky
They got
team,
to
dude.
play. Well, their quarterback's hurt.
John
for the
Reese
year.
Plumlee.
He's hurt for the year.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's out.
What happened to him?
He's out for the year. They still got to play TCU, defending runner-ups.
Yeah, if you would call that a runner-up. I don't think any of them were running during the game.
The Big Ten.
Yeah, they're running Chase and George's run.
They were doing nothing.
Yeah, Big Ten East versus Big Ten West. We all know whoever the West is usually just the weakest link. Like your dad said, you're always a big dog until you play the other side. And then I think it'll probably be Iowa once again. I mean, Wisconsin sucks. I guess the Matt Rule show got finally a dub.
Love to see it.
Yeah, good thing we didn't shout out the Huskers too much.
Yeah, since we didn't shout the Huskers, they have one.
Yeah. Quit talking.
Shout out the Huskers.
We're not shouting them out anymore. Quit talking.
Shout out the Huskers.
Stop it. Quit it.
You said that what his dad said. I was over there at my pop's house, and he goes, "You're always the biggest dog until they toss your ass in the water."
And then you got it's really a toss between Michigan, Penn State, and Ohio State.
Rutgers, dude.
Stop. We're gonna
Come on, Rutgers,
we're
man.
We're gonna continue.
Yeah, cut it right there.
We're gonna cut. That should be cut. Then the ACC is up for grabs.
Look at Duke on top, dude. Oh, I love it. I hate Duke, but I love it.
What a division right there.
the Pac-12. It's still up for grabs. It's really between USC, Colorado, Oregon, Oregon State, UCLA, Utah, Washington. It's in Washington State.
Wait, what's crazy though is I could see any one of those teams making the playoffs too.
I'll tell you what. The two people I'm just gonna knock out of this list from the get is Oregon State and UCLA.
And Stanford.
They're already knocked out. Okay, the teams that are knocked out before I said that are Arizona, Cal, Arizona State, and Stanford. They're knocked out for winning the Pac-12. The next two are gonna be UCLA, Oregon State.
It's honestly everybody above Washington State.
Yeah, everybody above Washington State on this list has a chance, but I think UCLA and Oregon State will show their colors first. I think Washington State will fall shortly behind them, and that makes it between 5: Washington, Utah, Oregon, Colorado, USC. Now, Colorado has Oregon and USC next. Do they go 2-0, or are they going to split them?
It's going to be tough.
I think they lose this one, beat USC. Even though I picked Oregon. No, I picked Colorado.
I think they got a better defense.
I think they beat USC.
I think they. I was saying.
I think Bo Nix is coming for that get back year. He's getting his legs back. I'm telling you, Bo Nix is He's getting his legs back from last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that happens, it's down to Oregon and Utah and Washington. I think Washington might get their leg back on Utah. It's up to Washington, Oregon.
I really like Washington.
Yeah, the Huskies are
like
moving
Washington.
and grooving, and then obviously we just talked about the SEC, how that's a...
Yeah, we don't need to. We're good. LA Tech, baby.
LA
Louisiana
Tech.
Tech and my boy Smoke.
Smoke.
2-2
overall.
Hey, 1-0 the conference, so that's all that matters.
Now this Navy's not doing too hot at 1-2.
Golly gracious.
Jesus.
Winnable game though.
Winnable game. Who did they play?
Notre Dame. They beat Wagner.
They beat nobody. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Let me go back to that. That's not them. That's not them either. There it is.
There you go.
And then we'll go all the way down to the Navi. They play South Florida. Hey,
Joe's just gonna throw bombs on him. Sorry, Jordan. Come on.
Come on.
Maybe we need to start making some tackles.
Yeah, we need to. They only beat Wagner by 24. Oh Lord, that would beat Memphis. That would have been.
They could have beat Memphis.
That would have been a big one for the
They
program.
could have beat Memphis. That's the thing is they could have beat Memphis.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
No, this is their year. They can do something big this year. They can win some games. If they start off beat South Florida and roll out, and they could tickle themselves onto a 9-3 season because they might lose one more.
Are they tickling their pickle?
Jesus.
Golly.
Get this guy out of here.
Get this man a map.
All right. Is that it?
I think that's all we got.
Yeah,
that's all we got.
I think that's all we got for the week.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for this week with
so
all
excited.
these games.
I love-
Shout out New Balance.
Shout out New Balance for the 550s.
Comfiest shoes out there.
Of course.
If you want to get a discount at the checkout, just say Lowdown Sports.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
30% off Lowdown
Don't
Sports.
say that. Don't tell them that.
We're going to have to cut that. But
Promo code Lowdown.
we'll see y'all next week. This is Matthew Linden.
This is Will Campbell.
Jackson Stone.
Chase Roberts.
Sliding them DMs.
Sliding them DMs.
Golly.
Ski. Ski.